Hey friends, today is day 9 of the 25-day Christmas tag challenge. Let's craft using an Amazon shipping bag and a recycled piece of cardboard. The first thing I did was paint everything with a nice coat of ivory colored chalk paint. Actually, I only painted the cardboard. Then I took some brown paint and did a stain over the top of the front of that cardboard. I applied some wax, clear wax, using an old chippy brush, and then put another coat of white chalk paint right over the top. Actually, it's ivory colored, not white. And now you can see I'm using my scraping tool to scrape some off where the wax was at to give it a beautiful chippy look. Oh, I just love it. And then now I'm using some painter's tape and making some stripes to give it an old vintage feel. Once that was dry, I'm using my little gator tool and just kind of sanding some of that black paint off just to kind of blend it in with that white chippy look. And doesn't that look amazing? I am in love with it today. Anyway, now I'm just using some brown wax. I'm using the Dixie Belle Best Sting wax, and I absolutely love it, to go around all the edges of that tag. Now I have the shipping bag from Amazon. I'm using some Dixie Belle paint in the color of collard greens, and I absolutely love it. But look at the effect that just happened when I put my gator tool over it. I was not expecting that, and I am in love with the look that it just gave me. That's like where the glue is on the back. There's a little tiny bit of padding in there, and so it gave it that really cool look. Absolutely love it. Once I was done, I went around the edges with that wax, and now we're just attaching it to the tag. Put that cinnamon stick right underneath of it. Now I have a small piece of quilt from that old recycled quilt that I have. Went around the edges to rough it up and give it that vintagey rustic feel, and I just stamped the number 25 on there. We're going to put it right there on the front of that Christmas tree. We're going to add a cute little rustic looking bow. That ribbon came from Hobby Lobby. I just love it. It is in the fabric section. Okay, now let's show you this tattoo situation again. So the lettering came from Imperfect Dust, hand lettered by Danielle. I believe this is a page name. Anyway, printed it on that paper. That paper right there is what you printed on in a mirrored image. And then you put it on that clear sticky stuff that I showed you that has a sticky on it. You put it on, you rub it on, and then you pull it off, and then that image goes onto the sticker. Now you put the paper down. You put the paper down on that little tag. You get it wet just like you would a little temporary tattoo, and then you rub it onto your paper. Now this will go onto fabric. It will go onto wood. It will go onto your skin if you want to have a temporary tattoo. But I just love how it works, guys. It's just amazing. For those of you that don't have the time to do the lettering class, like I have not had time yet, and I am so excited to use the product and all of Danielle's beautiful lettering. Anyway, I went around the edges with my little eyebrow razor tool thingamajigger that I got from Dollar Tree. Then I put some wax on the edges, make it all blend together, punched a hole in my tag, and we'll apply some muslin fabric as our tag hanger. And I just love how this one turned out. Super simple, not many pieces to the components, and I just love how it turned out. Added a little extra wax to that little tag. It was a little bright white, but look at how amazing that looks. Where do you see this tag hanging? On a gift, on your tree, whatever. If you love it, give it a sprinkle, friends. Thank